All right, fellas, it is Oklahoma City's world, and we're all just living in it right now. The Thunder running away with the NBA, sitting back, winning like 90-something% of their games, and wondering if A.J. DeBance is going to be part of the rotation next year. It's an insane season right now in Oklahoma City. But we got to look at the field because there are going to be a playoffs, there is going to be a finals, and somebody is going to have to beat Oklahoma City. A bunch of teams, 4 out of 7 each one of these rounds. So, Grant, let's start with you. The biggest threat to the Oklahoma City Thunder right now is who?
So I'm going to say, first of all, this is being the first quarter. No trades have happened. Nothing has really happened, right? Mm-hmm. So teams can't add. We don't know injuries. So I'm going to preface with all that. So therefore, I'm going to say the Denver Nuggets right now just because I think they're a very complete team. I think they're also one of those teams that I wouldn't say gets bored in the regular season, but I don't think they're going to give it their 100% every single night until they get to the playoffs. As we saw just a worse Nuggets team play pretty well in the playoffs and scare some people there. But like, we also have to remember the Indiana Pacers took the OKC Thunder to 7 games last year, mm-hmm. right? And Tyrese Halliburton gets hurt. There are a lot of teams in this league that are very talented right now. And I'm just saying, like, there are a bunch of teams that are going to find their rhythm at some point. Could it be the Rockets? Could it be, I don't know who it is, but there is no cakewalk right now, and there isn't just one team that's going to be the threat. There are going to be multiple teams that are going to give every team a run for their money. Because one thing, Kurt, that I just appreciated so much about last playoffs, defense took it up a notch that I have not seen in years, and it re-inspired my love for the game. Watching how intense we were watching, not scores of 90-92, where it wasn't like because everyone was just missing shots. People were playing so hard, and the Thunder will have to deal with that again. Yep. Maybe they're the best team, but it's going to be very hard. I think Denver's the hardest competition.
Whichever team does pull it together at the right time and come out of the East, and the Knicks might be the favorite, but Cleveland certainly has potential. We've discussed Detroit. There's teams that could be there. Whichever team does pull it together at the right time and gets through there is going to be very good. Like there's going to be a good team coming out of the East. But outside of saying the biggest threat to Oklahoma City is Oklahoma City, the biggest threat, I think, with you is Denver. I mean, that is still a team that, when healthy, like you said, they took them 7 games last year, and they got better this offseason. Jokic is still the best player walking the face of the earth. I still believe they are built. There are teams out there like New York where I think that those are really good teams, but I'm not sure stylistically Cleveland would be another one where does Cleveland really threaten Oklahoma City trying to play the same style? Denver's just different, and I think Denver's style of play gives them a real chance against Oklahoma City as much as anybody.
Yeah, I would agree that Denver's tough. I think they're still kind of figuring out the non-Jokic minutes a little bit this year. Cam Johnson's been on a run as of late in terms of shooting the ball, but he started off slow. Like, how does he fit into he did it in Phoenix as a sporting player. Can he do it in a bigger role with Denver? I still think they've got some things to figure out, but I do think they're right there. To be contrarian, perhaps, I'm going to go with America's team out here in Los Angeles, the Los Angeles Lakers.
Much like the Cowboys, beloved everywhere.
Beloved everywhere, the Los Angeles Lakers. And I base this on 2 things. One, Luka Doncic, no matter what uniform he's wearing, kicks the crap out of the Thunder. Like, he is really good against Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City can throw waves of great defenders at you. Lou Dort, Kaysen Wallace, you name it, Shea. Luka Doncic has his way with those guys. And in a half-court situation, and that's what the playoffs are, the Lakers have, I think, the best half-court offense in the NBA right now as we record this. A lot of that's Luka. Part of that, too, is Austin Reeves, the jump he's made this year. Like, I keep seeing these arguments about Austin Reeves All-Star. How about Austin Reeves All-NBA? Like, we're kind of at the point of having that conversation. I was looking up some of the guys that you'd put ahead of him. Luka, Shea, Anthony Edwards, Donovan Mitchell, Cade Cunningham, Steph Curry. After that, we're talking Tyrese Maxey in that mix, Jalen Brunson in that mix, Jaylen Brown in that mix. I'd put Austin Reeves right there in that mix. He has taken such a big step forward and is such a menace in the half court that I think you have Luka, you have Reeves, you've got LeBron, who in that game against Dallas the other night did his best like third option impression, where he's like, I'm going to have 13 points and shoot like 5 for 7, and that's going to be me for now. You've got those 3 guys in a half court game you're going to be tough. You're going to need DeAndre Ayton to play well in the playoffs. You're going to need some of these supporting guys to play well. But that trio in the half court, Grant, that to me, that makes them a threat.
I completely agree. And I know you mentioned DeAndre Ayton. I will say this. To do what they've done with having the worst probably paint defense in the league, they are a move or two away in the margins of being very scary. And if they solidify their front court in that way that makes them, really at least mediocre defensively in the paint or more of a lob threat, you have Luka Doncic, who's just an absolute savant when it comes to, throwing up lobs and everything like that. What if they go get Daniel Gafford and team him up with Luka or someone like that, where you just kind of solidify? I'm not saying you're getting a star. That team is scary, man. And Luka is just... Luka 2 years ago put up numbers that you're like, wait, that guy was finished third in MVP balloting? What are we talking about here? He's kind of doing that again, where you're to an extent where you're just like, at some point you're gonna be like, oh man, I don't know if these Lakers are really good.
I think Gafford's really interesting because I remember I was asking some people about the Gafford acquisition from a couple of years ago. And I'm like, was it Nico? Was it Dennis Lindsey who was around at the time? People were like, it was Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic wanted Daniel Gafford, and Luka Doncic got him, and that guy is a great fit with that team.
He would be. I don't want to be the Dallas GM that makes a trade with the Lakers. I'm just saying.
That's a fair point.
To be fair, it's going to have to go ping pong over there. And then
there's 28 teams in the NBA that the Dallas Mavericks can deal with.
Someone's going to have to Daniel Gafford money launder him somewhere else to clean him up and send him over there.
My other concern with the Lakers, and they are upfront about this being an issue, and a concern right now, issue would be too strong a word. They realize they're not good enough defensively right now. They're 17th in the league, and I just watched them the other night against the Pelicans and beat them like the game was never in doubt. They got up 46 points in the first quarter and ran away, but they didn't defend well all night, and they are not defending consistently. And part of that is that if you're going to have 41-year-old soon enough, LeBron James and Luka and Reeves on the floor at the same time, you're going to have to get defense from those other positions. J.J. Redick is opposed to playing Vando and the spacing issues.
Yeah.
Ayton's a good defender, not a great, They're going to have to find a way to really shore up the defense, and maybe that's the move on the margins, getting that perimeter defender. But I don't think they're far away at either. And like you said,
I'm not sure where you play that.
I don't want any part of Luka and LeBron in a clutch, close playoff game.
It's a tough needle to thread because where do you play that perimeter defender? Like, Luka's going to play 38 minutes.
Exactly.
Austin Reeves is now a 35-minute per game guy. LeBron's going to play 35 minutes in the playoffs.
That's why you have to solidify the back end.
Yeah.
And that's where it comes. And that's really, at the end of the day, that's every Luka team is going to do. Every team that's based around somebody like that, you just got to solidify the back end, right? And just because you just got to dissuade the guy who just went straight by Luka and straight by Reeves, that you just go, hey, can I make them at least uncomfortable at the rim? And so that's where I would improve them if I could. But yeah, they're really good. And again, there's just so many teams. Like, I think just last year, if Steph Curry doesn't get hurt, do the Warriors go on to the Western Conference Finals?
Yeah, they beat Minnesota.
So like, they're pretty much the same team, if not like, they just went through a rough stretch. They're a team that doesn't necessarily take the regular season. Well, no. You'd think they would, at some point, they're going to have to try a little harder. But like, there's teams that are just, you get into a playoff time and you have Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green and Steph Curry, like, they make life hard, right? And so can I just say I love the NBA right now? I do. Like, this is good stuff.
You know who I'm banking on, though? America's team, baby.
America's team.
America's team.
Yankees.
Cowboys.
Lakers, Cowboys.
And the Lakers. There you go.